Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a tour of my hardcore world. I've had a lot of people ask for a video like this in the past, so I figured 10,000 days would be a fitting occasion. We're going to tour the world by dimension, then at the end we can go over some of my stats and the mods I use. Let's start the tour off at my main base. So the first thing we're going to look at is my very unorganized main storage. I just wanted to show off some valuables I've collected over time. I have a bunch of diamond ore. I keep all of my mob heads and notch apples in this chest. My ore collection in here. The emeralds are gonna take a while to finish. This wall is just a bunch of bulk storage. Down the stairs, we have an auto smelter. Now going outside, we'll start over by the wither skeleton statue. I built this for this past Halloween. Then down the hill is the sugarcane farm. We already looked at my house. My skeleton horse collection is getting a little bit out of hand. There's a little concrete converter in this house. Next door is basically empty because I accidentally started a raid and killed the villagers that lived in here. Across the street, we have the mob museum. The first room is still empty, but here's all the zombies. All of them are naturally spawned, except for this guy in the middle. I had a zombie with full enchanted armor except for the helmet, but he died, so I just gave this guy some armor. Now we're gonna go over to the fishing hut. Pretty simple build. And then to the right is my villager trading hall. I mainly just buy XP bottles from the clerics. In the back, I hooked it up to the villager breeder. And last but not least, for the village, I have my 2 netherite beacons and my 6500 block diamond beacon. I'm gonna go in free cam just to show that they're solid. I usually don't do this. I usually don't use free cam in normal gameplay. Next we're gonna go over the hill to the mob switch. I decided to go with a zombie villager design. I just lead them to the left to turn mob spawning off, and then to the right to turn it back on. Next, I have a couple miscellaneous farms around the village. There's pumpkins and melons, and bamboo. The tree farm. The wool farm is back here. Stone generator. I used to have bees, but they all died. And then continuing this way, this is my old shulker farm. And behind that is the squid farm. It's working as we speak. Now we're gonna go over to where I get mob heads. I just built a big obsidian platform, so I'm not left with giant creeper holes. Next, we're gonna fly over to one of the deserts that I've been mining out for sand. This is one of my old iron farms that doesn't work as good as it used to because of 1.19. Just a little bit farther this way. I have a couple other deserts that look like this. Now, if we go left this way, we should come out to the perimeter. I'll turn my render distance up so you can see this one a little bit better. It took about 80 hours of running a TNT duper to dig all of this out. And then down here is the platform where I built a 13 chunk long tunnel bore, and I sent it off this way. Already built another one from here to the right. In the corner, this is my current iron farm. It gets around 16,000 iron ingots per hour. And if we keep going this way, we'll come to the memorial I built for Technoblade. I basically just replaced an entire biome with potatoes. I think it came out to around 50,000 in total. And then I built a big statue of his skin in the back. Next is the general mob farm. I don't really use this one much anymore. And then we'll fly over some more deserts I've mined sand from to get to the next location. This is the outpost I usually come to get Bad Omen when I want to use my raid farm. We'll use the Nether to get to the next place. I built a replica of the outpost on this side. This is my 100 by 100 by 100 emerald cube. So exactly 1 million blocks. This is definitely one of the dumbest things I've done in this world. It took around 36 hours to place all the blocks. It's pretty cool to look at every now and then, though. Next is some more farms. We have the creeper farm, and my first raid farm. Over here is a faster concrete converter. It converts around 72,000 per hour. This was the second raid farm I built. And a little bit farther this way is my current raid farm and source of XP. It gives around 260,000 emeralds per hour. And then if we fly this way a little bit more, we'll come to the Guardian farm. This was my best source of XP before I built my raid farms. This island is where I got the "How did we get here" advancement. The shulker is still here. And the last stop for the Overworld section of the tour is my axolotl breeding island. I had to breed around 600 axolotls to get the blue axolotl that I have now. I think I have him in my ender chest. Anyways, that's it for the Overworld section of the tour. I'm gonna go to the Nether and meet you at the first destination there. This is my Nether mob switch. I went with a zombie villager design again. To turn it on, I just go over here and flip this chunk loader on. We'll leave this on for the tour so we don't have any mobs messing with us. And then if we go this way, we'll come to the ghast farm, which I still need to fix because skeletons and endermen have been spawning in the portals. Past the ghast farm is the wither skeleton farm. I spent around 35 hours breaking all of this bedrock manually. And I got a double intersection fortress, both stacked on top of each other. I'm getting around 900 skulls per hour with this design. This way is the other side of the Guardian farm. And a little bit farther is the old gold farm that I don't use anymore. This one gets around 360 gold blocks per hour. Next we'll go under the bedrock to the Blaze farm. Very simple design here. Next is the Hoglin farm. I mainly built this for leather. Then we have the storage for the shulker and iron farm behind it. Back here is my current gold farm, which produces around 1,650 gold blocks per hour. This is the magma cube farm, which is basically useless. I also built Nembaum's gold farm, and I have a piglin bartering setup behind it, which is pretty nice for getting gravel. And down here under the bedrock, I hand dug out this nether perimeter. It was over 2 million netherrack and a whole ton of basalt too. I have a build planned for this area that's surprisingly not a farm, considering the way the rest of my nether looks. And that's basically it for the nether section. So we're gonna head to the stronghold portal. There's not much going on here, so we're gonna head through the portal and check out some farms I've built in the end dimension. The first one is the obsidian farm, which gets around 32,000 per hour. Then on the main island, I have a small honey farm. And if we go through this gateway up here, this takes us to my current shulker farm. It's just a little farther east. This one gets around 1,100 shells per hour. And the last stop for the tour is the Wither Rose farm, which produces around 20,000 Wither Roses per hour. Now, before I end the video, I'm gonna quickly scroll through my mods and some stats. So that concludes the world tour. I hope you all enjoyed and have a nice day.